In January this year, I had a mind-blowing experience under a form of plant medicine called ayahuasca. Perhaps you've heard of ayahuasca. If you haven't, it is blowing up in terms of popularity. Ayahuasca is an indigenous plant medicine used by many cultures in South America to put you into an altered state of mind where you seem connected to something beyond pure waking reality. And many CEOs in Silicon Valley, many innovators are using tools like ayahuasca to source ideas. So in January, I did ayahuasca with a Colombian shaman, and the experience was profound. For 7 hours straight, I felt something speak to me. I received in intricate detail visions and ideas and step-by-step instructions on business decisions, app designs, product features to create for my company, Mindvalley. And I was amazed at how visual, how profound these insights were. Now the question is, why is it that we don't hear about this in modern society? The thing is, we actually do. More and more businesses, more and more executives, more and more CEOs are secretly using altered state training to make better decisions, to source intuition. Ayahuasca is just one form of altered state training. I was introduced to it in 2009 when I went to spend time living with the Achua tribe in the Amazon rainforest. The Achua are a form of dream culture. They use tools like ayahuasca to develop such perfect intuitive skill that they communicate to each other across vast distances in the rainforest using dreams. But you don't have to take a trip to the Amazon to tap into altered states. Stephen Kotler, in his amazing book, Stealing Fire, said that altered state training is blowing up in the modern Western world. In fact, Stephen Kotler says, most of us have been falsely taught that we live in a monophasic world. In other words, to exist in one phase of brain frequency. But really, to be human is to exist in multiple states of brain frequency, what Kotler calls being polyphasic. Plant medicine, along with other methods, are ways to become polyphasic, to shift your reality from pure wakingness to the dream state, the alpha level, the theta level, to tap into different nuances of the human mind. And this is one of the most powerful skills any of us can learn. In fact, it may be the very reason we are here as a species today. There's a theory on why the human brain developed so suddenly out of the ape-like creature that we evolved from. Some people said it was because when our primitive ancestors were pushed out of the forest into the savanna, they started eating healthier, more fatty meats. And of course, the brain needs fat. That's one theory. There's a second theory that it was the discovery of fire, which allowed us greater access to food and to break down food so we could have greater nutritional absorption. That's the second theory. But there's a third theory called the theory of the stoned ape that said that our early ancestors, as they foraged the savanna, they discovered certain psychedelic mushrooms. And these psychedelic mushrooms gave them the unique human ability to go into worlds within. See, what keeps us separate from the animals are? Animals are constantly looking outwards. They see outwards with their eyes, but we human beings can go inwards. We can see thoughts. We can see ideas. We can play with intangible things that you cannot touch with your fingers, concepts that exist solely in our head: love, God, success, compassion. You can't touch those things. They are all inner states. So why then do we assume that the sole method of functioning as a human being is to be fully awake? What if we're only meant to be partially awake, and the rest of the time we're meant to go within? Now, Daniel Goleman, in his amazing book, Altered Traits, says that there are 4 ways to access altered states of mind. Plant medicine is just one, but plant medicine is illegal in most countries. It can be dangerous, and it requires a huge expense of time. There's a second way, neurotraining. I've dabbled a lot in neurotraining, and I helped popularize neurotraining in my early books like The Code of the Extraordinary Mind. But neurotraining is expensive. The best facilities cost around 15 grand for 5 days. The third method is breathwork. Breathwork is profound. Everyone needs to try it. But breathwork is unpredictable. You don't know the insight you're going to get. And thus we come to what Daniel Goleman says is the number one way, and that is meditation. The problem though is most meditation and most meditation apps only teach you surface level meditation. They teach you to relax. That's it. But you can go so much deeper. The most powerful meditation for tapping into altered states of mind and giving you the tools to shift your reality and download ideas is the Silva Method. I've been studying and perfecting the Silva Method for 20 years now. The method was developed in the early 1960s. It has gone through millions of iterations because Jose Silva, its founder, trained over 6 million people before he died in 1999. His books, like the Silva Mind Control Method, have sold millions upon millions of copies. I was one of the early Silva Method students, and it changed my life. And more recently, as Silva is deceased, Jose Silva's family asked me to take his work, update it, and bring it forth to a new generation. So what's so special about the Silva Method? You don't just learn to access altered states of mind. You learn how to navigate the states and how to use the full force of each state. So let's explore these states. There's the alpha level, sometimes called meditation. Being able to lower your brainwave frequency to the alpha level unlocks unique skills. You can program your mind using specific Silva programming techniques. You can use energy healing to accelerate natural healing in your body, and this has been truly powerful. Dr. Carl Simonton, the famous cancer research pioneer, said that the imagery therapy that he was teaching people to help them accelerate cancer recovery was inspired by the Silva Method. In fact, Simonton said the Silva Method was by far the most effective and powerful tool he had to offer patients. The third thing that you can do is access deep states of bliss, eradicate stress, fears, anxiety. That is the alpha level. Now, most meditations tend to stop there. Silva goes deeper. You go into what is called the Theta level of mind. Theta is a deeper form of altered state. It is often the state where you're in a dream-like world. You can't control your thoughts. Flashes, dreams, insights come in. But if you learn to control your thoughts, what you get is waking psychic ability. Intuition. And yes, intuition is real. Today, science has proven that it is an innate human quality that we all have. When you get to the Theta level, and you can learn to be conscious there, you tap into intuition so that your words can flow. You can create books, art, inventions. You can create new ideas for your business. And you can learn to do this at a waking state, in a boardroom, as you're writing, as you're giving a talk. This is waking Theta access. Now, the third level, and one of the hardest to tap into, is the Delta brainwave frequency. Delta is the state that we're in when we are asleep. Jose Silva believes that at the Delta level frequency, we're connected to a higher power, and we can program our mind before going to bed to go into Delta and tap into this higher power to solve problems, to create coincidences in our lives, to help us move more easily towards our desired goals. It is fascinating, but the tools that Silva developed have been truly powerful and have been tools I've been using for almost 3 decades now. So if you find these ideas interesting, if you want to go deep into the Silva Method and learn how to access altered states of mind, join me in this masterclass. In this masterclass, you're going to learn a couple of really interesting things: how to predictably get to the alpha level of mind and what to do while you're there. You're going to learn the concept of the mental screen. You're going to learn a specific visualization technique to program your mind, to program healing, to program luck, so that the things that you want in life come to you more easily. And I can tell you this: you will never feel the same again. You will never be looking at the world purely from the lens of pure waking consciousness. You will take your first step towards polyphasic living. I cannot wait to have you join me in this masterclass, and I think you're in for a massive mind expansion.